What happens when a football prodigy, hailed as the next big thing, finds himself battling opponents on the field and the ghosts of his own life off it? Adriano Leite Ribeiro rose from the favelas to become one of the most feared strikers in the world. His story mirrors the raw vulnerability and struggles explored in Andre Agassi's memoir Open, where the weight of fame and personal loss collide with the pursuit of greatness. Behind Adriano's powerful shots and iconic celebrations lies a tale of triumph, tragedy, and the human cost of living in the spotlight. Adriano Leite Ribeiro, commonly known as Adriano, is a retired Brazilian footballer born on February 17, 1982, in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. He began his career at Flamengo, quickly gaining attention for his powerful playing style and goal-scoring ability. His talent led to a move to Italian football, where he rose to prominence at Inter Milan in the early 2000s. During his peak, Adriano was known for his physicality, incredible shot power, and technique, and he was considered one of the best strikers in the world. However, his career was marred by personal struggles, including the loss of his father, leading to a decline in his performance and eventually his departure from top-tier football. Despite his early success, his journey is often seen as one of immense potential unfulfilled. The weight of fame. When Adriano rose to international stardom, he was celebrated as one of the brightest talents in football. Known as the Emperor, his unmatched strength, precision, and goal-scoring abilities made him a hero on the field. Yet, with such immense talent came equally immense expectations. Adriano wasn't just playing football, he was carrying the hopes of fans, clubs, and an entire nation eager for the next Brazilian icon to succeed legends like Ronaldo and Pelé. This fame brought its rewards, global recognition, wealth, and adoration, but it also brought crushing pressure. Adriano's personal life began to suffer under the weight of these expectations, especially after the tragic death of his father in 2004. His grief, compounded by the constant scrutiny of the public and media, left little room for emotional recovery. As his form began to decline, every missed goal and every faltering performance became a headline, intensifying the pressure on him. The isolation that fame brings further complicates Adriano's struggles. Though surrounded by fans and team members, he lacked a space where he could be vulnerable without judgment. The world saw the footballer, not the man, and this disconnect only deepened his internal conflict. His challenges were no longer just about winning games, they were about managing the unrelenting spotlight, meeting impossible expectations, and finding himself amidst it all. Adriano's story reveals how fame can be a double-edged sword. It can elevate someone to greatness but also magnify their struggles, turning personal battles into public narratives. It's a powerful reminder that even the most celebrated athletes are human, with limits and vulnerabilities that fame alone cannot erase. Amazing fact number 1. Adriano was once compared to football legends like Ronaldo and Romario, with many predicting that he would be Brazil's next great striker. At his peak, he was even touted as a potential Ballon d'Or winner. However, the immense pressure to live up to these expectations contributed to his eventual decline. Despite this, Adriano remains one of the most iconic figures in Brazilian football history. Emotional turmoil. Adriano's story illustrates how personal struggles can deeply impact professional performance, no matter how gifted an athlete may be. His football career, marked by explosive talent and early success, took a turn when tragedy struck. His father, who was his anchor and greatest supporter, passed away in 2004. This loss created a profound void in Adriano's life, and his grief began to overshadow his love for the game. Emotionally, Adriano struggled to cope with the pressures of living up to his image as the Emperor. The football pitch, once a place of triumph, became a space filled with reminders of his inner battles. His performances began to decline as his mental health faltered, and his struggles were exacerbated by public criticism and media scrutiny. The immense expectations placed on him left little room for vulnerability or healing. Off the field, Adriano sought ways to numb his pain. Reports of partying and excessive drinking highlighted his attempt to escape the emotional turmoil that fame and personal loss had compounded. While these behaviors drew public and media criticism, they also underscored the unspoken challenges many athletes face, struggles that are often overlooked or misunderstood in the world of high-stakes sports. Amazing fact number 2. Adriano's emotional struggles, particularly after his father's death, led to his infamous disappearance from football. In 2009, he took a break from football, leaving Inter Milan without warning, which shocked fans in the football world. His emotional state during this time led him to seek solace in alcohol and partying, which ultimately impacted his career. Losing passion for the game, Adriano's career highlights the delicate balance between talent and passion. Early in his journey, he was driven by an intense love for football, inspired by his father's unwavering support. This passion fueled his rise to stardom, where he dazzled fans with his extraordinary skills and dominant presence on the field. However, as personal challenges mounted and the pressures of fame intensified, his connection to the game began to wane. The death of his father marked a turning point. Adriano often credited his father as his biggest motivator, the person who gave meaning to his success. Without this anchor, the joy and purpose he once found in football seemed to fade. What had once been a source of pride and identity became a burden, as he struggled to perform under the weight of expectations and grief. Adriano's story demonstrates how crucial passion is for sustaining excellence. Talent alone is not enough to overcome the mental and emotional challenges that come with professional sports. Without a strong personal connection to what one does, even the greatest abilities can falter. Adriano's experience serves as a reminder that nurturing passion and purpose is as essential as developing skills, especially in the face of adversity. Amazing fact number 3. Despite his undeniable talent, Adriano once stated that after his father's death, he no longer cared about football in the same way. This shift in mindset contributed to his physical decline, as he struggled to maintain the same level of fitness and commitment to the sport. His loss of passion is often cited as one of the reasons his once promising career didn't reach its full potential. Rediscovering self, Adriano's journey didn't end with his departure from professional football. While his career may not have reached the heights many envisioned, his life after football reflects a powerful process of rediscovering self-worth and identity beyond the sport. In this phase, Adriano embraced a simpler lifestyle, focusing less on the public's expectations and more on what brought him personal contentment. By stepping away from the pressures of professional football, he reconnected with the person he was before fame. This shift highlights the importance of rediscovering one's identity when a career or passion no longer defines them. Amazing fact number 4. After his football career fizzled out in Europe, Adriano made a bold decision to return to Brazil and play for Flamengo, the club where he started. This return was not just about football. It marked a moment of reconnecting with his roots and finding peace away from the global spotlight. He even admitted that this phase of his life helped him find himself again, in a way football never could during his turbulent years abroad. The power of vulnerability. Adriano's life story underscores the transformative strength found in embracing vulnerability. Throughout his career, his struggles with grief, mental health, and public scrutiny were often viewed through a lens of judgment rather than empathy. Yet, by being open about his challenges later in life, Adriano has helped shed light on the human side of professional athletes. During his peak, Adriano's image as the Emperor projected strength and invincibility. However, beneath the surface, he was battling profound personal pain, particularly after the loss of his father. His reluctance, or inability, to openly express these emotions during his playing days contributed to his struggles, as he lacked the support systems necessary to address his grief and mental health. As time passed, Adriano began speaking more candidly about the difficulties he faced. By sharing his story, he highlighted the importance of acknowledging personal pain rather than suppressing it. This openness has allowed others to view his journey with greater understanding, fostering a conversation about mental health in sports and the challenges athletes face beyond the field. Amazing fact number 5. In interviews after his retirement, Adriano openly discussed his struggles with depression, loneliness, and the immense pressure he faced from fans and the media. He became one of the first high-profile Brazilian athletes to speak candidly about mental health, helping to spark important conversations about the need for emotional support for athletes. His openness about his vulnerabilities has made him an important figure in the fight for better mental health awareness in sports. Adriano's journey reminds us that even the brightest stars can face personal struggles that challenge their very identity. From fame's heavy weight to the rediscovery of self, his story is a powerful reminder of the importance of mental health, vulnerability, and passion in all aspects of life. If you found Adriana's story inspiring, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more powerful insights into athletes' lives and the lessons we can learn from their journeys. Question for you. What do you think is the biggest challenge athletes face off the field? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your take.